Wash, what are you good? If you want good soup, what are you good? If your head is hot, better put it on. If you're a child, what are you good? If what are your child, what are you good? Someone to the shame,
Okay, I'm Rex Ntedeke, as most of you are already very much aware. And we're starting off something quite unique, something really, really different for Nigerian farmers all over the world. A voice to be able to talk about what can work, what is not working, and what needs to happen. Agriculture is life. Agriculture is everything. But I wouldn't say much as we introduce everyone to the unique platform, the unique opportunity of talking about the Nigerian farmer, where nobody decides to filter what we are going to say, because now person when shoe the pain, I know where the shoe the pain now. Now person when wear them, know where the shoe the pain now. And so we are at a point right now in our country where the conversation about agriculture needs to be rural, where the conversation about agriculture needs to be all about us, where the conversation about agriculture needs to be like water. Like Fela said, you know they get any mean. Okay? So we have not started yet. It's an opportunity for us to start. But at the end of the day, one of the things we must always tell ourselves is that if we don't fix Nigeria, now who go fix them? Like my big sis for me would always say, may Nigeria succeed. In our lifetime, Nigeria will succeed. With the progress that is being made little, gradually, Nigeria will succeed. We have our challenges, particularly the Nigerian farmer. This is an opportunity for us to express ourselves. This is Nfgcs Farm Estate Studio in Gatti. I am broadcasting to you from Gatti, Kokona local government area, close to Garako, Nasarawa State, Nigeria. This is our life. But before we start, I'm going to activate the national anthem while we prepare for some of our guests to come in, as well as get ready to talk about what really matters. Thank you very much as we activate the national anthem, please. Okay, that was the national anthem. Every Nigerian deserves the right to be a part of the Nigerian national story. Every single Nigerian deserves the right to be a part of the Nigerian national story. Now, to make Nigeria work, we all have to ensure that we contribute our quota to make Nigeria work. As we get ready for the program, as we get ready for our first session, I'll be calling in a few of our people to have conversations with you. And so let me continue giving you our local music, our traditional music. We're here today to make sure that you have good music. This is Ebenezer Obi.
tó fẹ́ kú pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ o. Ọwọ́ ẹni tó ti sọnù ńkọ́. Ayé la bá, ayé la fi sílẹ̀ sí. Lọ́nà wẹ́yìn yẹ̀ wò. Àgbájọwọ́ mà le. Wọ́n ló gbẹ́rù dórí. Àwọn ọmọ wa ẹ má jẹ́ kó tálákà. Èní la rí o, kò wá sẹ́dá tó mọ̀la. Ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀dá kan tọ̀lẹ̀ ilé. Kápára pọ̀ ká lórí. Ojú tẹlẹ́gàn lágbára bá mi, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi ránṣẹ́. Ọpẹ́ kò gbẹ́jọ.
Okay, that's Ebenezer Obey for you. Like I said earlier, we're going to be doing a lot of traditional Nigerian music. The reason we are doing that is because we should begin as a people to look inward, look at our culture, look at our society, look at what we need to do to make progress. And because we have to do this, because we have to be natural, we need to talk about that which concerns every single Nigerian. Nigeria currently is in a state of challenges, developmental challenges, good challenges. And agribusiness and agriculture has formed a part of that process. And so, without having to say too much, let me introduce to you the Nigeria Farmers Group and Cooperative Society, the farm itself. Over the last few years, it has been a battle. Since we started 2017, yes, we started with the aim of telling a different Nigeria story, with the aim of putting it out there to all Nigerians that agriculture can work. But for it to work, government needs to be a major part of it. For it to work, government have to be a major part of it. So we will ensure that all other things being equal, that we do what we can to set the template, say the facts about agriculture, so that our people all over the country, their voices can be heard, their challenges can be seen, and more importantly, we can have solutions towards some of the challenges that they have faced. So without having to say too much, let me bring in the management of the farm, the various departments, so that they can introduce themselves. As I hand over the mic to the farm manager, Mr. Peter Gbede, who is with us. Behind him, as you can see, is his team, the team of those who have been managing the farm over the last couple of years, since 2015. And so I'm going to hand over the mic to him. Mr. Peter, the floor is yours to introduce your men who have made it possible for the farm to succeed. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. What a privilege for me to be live and, be able to tell our message from the community, Kati. It's really a huge privilege for us. We have been in this, I call it a bush for over a couple of 5 years. And I don't think of course, we have been trying to spread the message across our social media platform, but this is a unique privilege for us to be able to tell our message and be able to introduce ourselves to the world, how we have got this project with all the hurdles, the issues that we have passed through, but we're able to sail across so many of these things. And here we are today. We are reaching you live from the farm at Nigerian Farmers Group and Cooperative Society in Kati, Kokona Local Government, Nasarawa State. So without further ado, I would just like to quickly introduce the teams and the various heads of unit that are with me. And quickly we'll start with the right person. You just please introduce yourself.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Nigeria Farmer Group Cooperative Society. My name is John Anzako, Chief Carpenter, Head Unit of Nigeria Farmer Group. Thank you.
Okay, that's Mr. John Anzako. So we'll just pass the mic to the next person. So if you could introduce yourself and tell us where you're working in the farm.
Good morning, this is Joseph Amaro at Nfgcs Gade, Studio Nfgcs Studio. I'm Joseph, in charge of poultry and feed mill. Thank you.
Okay, so the next person, just come quickly and just introduce yourself.
Good morning, Nigeria. Nigeria Farmer Group.
My name is Jonathan. I'm a mess of Nigeria from Morocco.
So that's the chief builder of the document. Let's just come in. TK, come quick. Let's Tanko quickly. Tanko, you need to come quickly. Now, Tanko is a very good guy in Hausa, so he's going to say everything he says in Hausa.
Salud, Duka Mugawada.
Sammy, can Tanko remove your cap so that they can see you very well?
Salud Mugawada. Mune wannan gona Najeriya Farmer Group. Sanda kuma mun gode da wannan gona wanda ya ba mu haɗin kai muna zama kuma ne da shugaba na wannan gona na gefe a wajen Peter saboda muna karkashe shi mun gode.
So call of the women, we have so many of the women to come around. This is of course. This is itself, yeah.
Kwana lafiya.
Lafiya.
Gode wa Allah ni ce mai suna Ana Bulus na aiki a gona ina gefe Peter da shi Tanko Allah ya taimake mu.
So where is coming? Where is coming? Come on, we have to
Na kwana mu.
Na kwana mu.
Gajiya. Ya aikin mu ne muna aiki a Rasmi. Muna karkashin Peter da Hussein.
Suna
Talatu.
Talatu.
Talatu Abubakar.
Na gode ya Talatu Abubakar. Oh yeah, come.
Good morning. I'm by name Useni Baba Gati. I'm in the Nigeria Farmer Group Cooperative Society.
Where do you work? Please.
And I'm in the headed for the rice mill.
Thank you very much. Guys working in farm. So it's coming next. Not minus, we are bush people, so probably get it. Yes.
Ni ce mai suna Maryam Jibrin, ina aiki a Nigeria Farmer Group a karkashin Tanko da Oga Peter na gode.
Those that understand Hausa, you know what they are saying. Okay, this is of course Chief Minister like this.
Good morning, all of us here when we are here. I by name Naomi Elisha. I'm working in Nigeria Farmers Group at MD's office.
That is the MD's office. Everybody know MD's office. Okay, so go ahead.
Good morning, Nigeria. I'm by name Timothy Zaki, one of the head unit of the Nigeria Farmers Group. Thank you very much.
Okay, so what's there?
Nigeria, my name is Sunday Ataboya. I work in Sasson.
That's actually the chief technician. We work in rice mill chief technician. That's
Good morning, everybody. This is Sabo Madam. I'm working with carpentry, but I'm a operator.
That's chief operator. That's chief of all the roots in the farm. So where's come? Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Good morning, Nigeria. My name is Gwada Solomon. I'm working in the poultry department. I'm also assistant to Joseph Amau. Thank you.
That's assistant coach. Okay, these are the guys working. Guys,
Good morning, Nigeria. My name is Peter Anzap. I'm working with Mr. John and the carpentry department.
Okay, so I think we still have okay, now we brought in some flexible people around. Some people that of course without these ones we have some core members. So you just introduce yourself and
Good morning, Nigeria. My name is Joseph Chrysogonos. I was deployed to this state in 2021 October. So I studied agriculture, BTech, in Badma University of Technology. So since I started in this farm, I really enjoy the management of this farm and the tireless effort for them to make the changes to agricultural development of this country. And I was privileged that when I come, the farm had established a very
we'll have time for laboratory. That. So you just quickly introduce yourself.
So I'm the head of laboratory, and I also work in the field, plantation and irrigation units. Thank you, in Nigeria.
So now we have. I don't know where you went to. You're always like a land officer. So please introduce yourself and tell us where you work in the farm.
I am Mr. Gati by name, the Nigeria Farmers Group and Cooperative Society land officer, and then the liaison officer between the farmers and the community and the farm.
Okay, so thank you very much. This is I think okay. We have Isaac. Okay, Isaac quickly.
Good morning, all. This is Isaac from Nfgcs. I'm the head of electrical departments.
Okay, so those are the various heads of department we have in the farm, and of course we have done the introduction. If there's anyone that will be lacking in between, we also call on them so they can come and introduce themselves. You have seen the team of people that have done this. The entire studio you are seeing, the good thing about what you are seeing, that we have mentioned the names of those people that have worked to build this studio, especially the likes of Oga John and Isaac and the rest. So sit back and enjoy the show. We're going to have other time to come and do a proper analysis of what we do in the farm. So we're ready back to the MDs that you continue from here. Thank you.
Okay. We will, while we wait for the next session, I'll treat you to Osita Sadebe. Of course, you're very much aware of Osita Sadebe, the legendary musician from the Southeast, and someone who is recognized as one of the greatest musicians that have come from Nigeria here. While you are listening to him, we'll get ready for the next round of program. Thank you. Sorry. See, make up the what first.
Yes.
Then we're not going to talk about various session. We're going to be calling just this time. You just need about just the key heads. The rest can go back to their places. Please do that. I don't know what's happening to it on.
Okay, I mean, you know, say Facebook the black this music, so you will talk say no copyright, you not get copyright on this. That's why they block it. That's why I sound. I don't see how somebody stop you. Why you not?
Okay. No, we'll go straight from YouTube. Now to agree with that. Okay. Now, it's been a wonderful opportunity to be able to come here and then make this presentation before you. And the reason is simple. Currently, today, as we speak, we've had a lot of conversation about agriculture. We've had a series of wonderful conversations about agriculture, particularly with the talk about the Agbado and cassava economy. But the conversation we have not had is the conversation about how do you make the Nigerian farmer the focus of the new industrial revolution, or the industrial revolution that Nigeria needs. Look, it is time for the reality. It is time to focus on what needs to happen. Over the years, over these past 2, 3, 4 decades, we have grown backward when you talk about agriculture. We have lost interest in what works. We have lost focus in what we need to do. And our loss of interest, our loss of focus, our loss of insight has led us away from what really matters and moved us to the point of confusion right now. Nigerians are mostly confused about what they really want. What is it that needs to be done to ensure that insecurity is a thing of the past, to ensure that progress is sustainable, to ensure that growth is viable? We must learn to take the farmer as gold. We must learn to look at the challenge of the Nigerian farmer and try to solve them. We must learn to focus on what the Nigerian farmer needs, solve his problems, solve his challenges. When you are able to solve his problem and you're able to solve these challenges, you will then create rural Nigeria that can work for all of us. We should stop talking, even though I'm talking, we should stop talking. There are too many of us who are talking, and so few of us who actually focus on the real work. What we need to do, and these are the things that needs to be put out there. What we need to do is to ask ourselves the question: why is it that agriculture has actually not taken off as much as we wanted to take off in Nigeria? In short, if you really want to put the facts on the table, it is over the last few years that we have actually started talking about agriculture the way we should be talking about it. Now that everybody is focused on agriculture, now that everybody is talking about agriculture, how then do we make sure that the entire economic focus is on that sector that can drive massive employment? There are no jobs out there if you really look at it. There are no jobs out there, but there are always jobs with agriculture. You see, the Nigerian Farmers Group and Cooperative Society has a story that is unique, a story that is different, a story that is viable, a story that needs to be told. Because the more we tell the story, the more we get people who are in authority to see that, yes, we can, yes, we will, yes, we must focus on what can give our family and our people jobs. Jobs, jobs, jobs. When we came to Gati in 2017, to be precise, March, April 2017, where we met a forest and a community that was looking for an opportunity to make things work. 2017 was when we came here. Now, in by 2018-19, we had cleared over 1,000 hectares of farmland. But then the reality hits you. You begin to, when you come into agriculture, right, there is always this mistake that we all make. You know, when you read a lot of agri textbooks, when you read a lot about how it is easy, there's money, agric is the next gold mine, agric is the next multi-million-dollar industry. It's always been a multi-million-dollar industry. It's not the next. It has always been that. But when you read about it in textbooks and you hear professors tell you about agriculture, the impression you get is that agric is something that is very easy. So we came into agriculture with that mindset. But something different, something wonderful happened. Early on, we realized that if we go with just plantation, we're just planting maize, agbado, planting soya beans, sesame and co, we were not going to be in business for long. So we made the changes. We had to think of agriculture from the rural angle. We had to think of agriculture from the farm settlement angle. We had to think of agriculture from the Nigerian angle. So we changed. Now, our change led us to building today what is the biggest, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, community farm project in Nigeria. Private community farm project in Nigeria. But it has been mostly a very, very rough road. It has been mostly a very, very rough road. The reason is agriculture cannot stand if the infrastructure is not available. Agriculture cannot stand if the labor, not the available labor, but the required labor is not available. Agriculture will not stand if the commitment of the nation is not 100%. Imagine, think about it this way. Between 2017 and today, we have spent well over 5 billion to build this estate. Over 5 billion naira to build this estate. Between 2017 and today, the farm has committed over 125 million on power line, over 75 million on dam, over 25 million on road. Now, all of this should not be the business of the private businessman. It should be the business of government and interest who understand long-term investment for long-term growth. Those who have made agriculture work, those who have made agriculture viable, those who have made agriculture possible, did so by subsidizing agriculture. You see, when they tell us that government has no business in, what do you call it? Government has no business in business. I tell them, tell me the business that government does not have interest. Tell me the nation, rather, that is not focused massively on agri-industrialization, subsidization, or if that language is correct, and support, and I will tell you a nation that is lying to you. The West are the nations with the highest agri subsidies because they want their people to feed. Did you know that Ukraine was one of the largest exporters of wheat? And that most of those wheat were massively produced because of government providing massive subsidies? The realities are the realities. The facts are the facts. We must focus. We must focus on what will work. And that is why we are having this studio. That is why we are having this opportunity to tell the story, the Nigerian story, that has the capacity of driving a new narrative and focus on what really matters, which is an economy that is dependent on what we have. I often say that the only thing we have, the only thing that Nigeria have, is land and people. So instead of deploying billions of dollars into seeking new oil wells, instead of deploying billions of dollars into going after technologies in the West that they will not allow you to have, spend billions of dollars and subsidize agriculture massively and give the Nigerian farmers hope, give them a new lease of life, give them opportunities, give them something they can hang on to, and give them the ability to stand up against insecurity, because a man that is hungry will easily be tempted. A man that does not have the money to take care of his family would easily be in a position to become a militant, a bandit, and a problem to the state. It is time to focus on the Nigerian farmer. It is time to look at him and ask him, what do you need? It is time for the central bank to spend stupidly on agriculture. You see, the Keynesian model of recharging economies, the Keynesian model of economic growth and development is primarily focused on one thing and one thing only. Government must spend when the private sector does not have the ability, or when the private sector is challenged. It is that expenditure that we're talking about. That is the drive we're talking about. That is the process we're talking about. That is the progress we're talking about. And that is how we can actually make Nigeria work for all of us. And so before we get two of our staff to say something, before we probably add more, it is very important to go deep into our way of life and bring one of the actors that I love so much do this, and let him charge us up as we get ready for the new session, for the new process, for the new interviews. Thank you so very much, everybody.
Gangar bashi an kaɗa shi kowa zai taka, sannan gangar bashi an kaɗa shi kowa zai taka. In yau baka ɗauka ba, ba a yi ɗauka ɗauka. Ita dai gangar bashi, bashi ce kurwar nema, bashi ce kurwar samu, sannan gangar bashi an kaɗa shi kowa zai taka. nema ba shi kurwar samu. Ita dai gangar bashi, nasara ikan taka, bakin mutum ma kan taka. Maza ku sukan taka, mata ma kan taka, ita dai gangar bashi an kada ki kowa mai daga. Shi da sara ikan taka, larabawa kan taka, sannan ishi kan taka, wacce galma kan taka, kai lantan kan taka, ita dai gangar bashi an kada ki kowa mai daga.
But the volume is okay. No, but we'll not go stream to Facebook. We'll go stream to YouTube. Then we'll go share the link. They get pirating somewhere. Because if you look at the place where they stream now, it is streaming from Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and the stream well. So now it's time to talk about that. My brief was okay. So right now we need to. We can start from the ranch.
Yes.
No, let's start from Ogajon. When they come, they don't enter. Now two. Arrange the chairs. Bring them in. Because I don't touch the mic. Bring them in. Bring two people in. No. Let us start. Let them wait. They will not introduce them. Then they will continue. We need the carpenters now. Or we need you. When
No,
so?
sit down, carpenter will come. Carpenter will come.
Oh yeah. Huh?
Ogajon will come. Ogajon. Sit down, Ogajon will leave.
You know I'm an Robo man. So let me bring in part of the Robo stuff. Please enjoy it, everybody. That volume, eh? They reduce the see now the camera is look. Okay, we are going to continue with our session this morning, and I'm always pleased to introduce those who have made it easy for this farm to run well, those who have made it easy for this farm to run wonderfully well. And one of the things that comes to mind often is that rural Nigeria is populated by hardworking people, people who have committed and contributed, are committed to the Nigerian cause, and have contributed towards the development and growth of this farm. And how often do we go out to say, oh, sorry, there's this thing about Nfgcs. They say Nigeria is employing 1 or 2 million people. They don't tell you that most of those people, a lot of the people they don't talk about are in rural Nigeria. And so part of our conversation we want to have today is to also introduce you to those who have made the Nfgcs farm story possible. The Nfgcs farm story is possible because of people like Mr. John. And of course, Mr. John is none other than the chief capital of the farm. Mr. John Azaku is the chief capital of the farm. And Mr. Peter Gwede, as you can see him, is the farm manager. Peter runs the farm 100%, while Mr. John runs the carpentry unit 100%. And the unique thing about Mr. John is that he practically is the one that constructed this studio you're seeing. He constructed this studio from start to finish. And we can only appreciate him by bringing him here to tell us a little bit about himself. So, Mr. John Azaku, or Mr. Peter Gwede, one of the things we talk about life is who have you been able to build, who have you been able to mentor to do some of the things that you need to do. I would ask, Mr. Peter, I want you to give us a brief about Mr. Oga John, so that we can from you, we can hear from you before we hear from him. Who is Oga John, Mr. Peter, and then what is his value to the rural development that is ongoing right now? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, MD, once again. One of the things that we have done as a firm is to build this human capacity that we have built in the firm. So it's privileged for me to sit with Mr. John Azaku. Mr. John Azaku is the head of the carpentry unit. We also deputize him to majorly because of his experience. he also oversees construction. Majority of the construction that goes on in the farm. He's an ego man per se, and is somebody that is so diligent, is humble, someone that's committed to the job that he is doing. You know, the beautiful thing, one thing I know about Mr. John is that when he joined the farm 2017, he actually had a job. We brought him as a contract worker. But when he understand the vision, the development that we were bringing in, a key into the project, and since 2017, he has been one of the most consistent and committed staff of Nigerian Farmers Group. So, Mr. John, I'll give him the floor so that he will tell us some brief of what you want to say, and we'll get to know you better, Mr. John.
Yeah. Once again, I'm back. Good morning, as I already say, good morning since I'm still begin by good morning. I started with Nigeria Farmer Group since 2017. I was having a job in my hand that I'm doing. But recently, when I have a call from Peter Obede, I present myself to the Nigeria Farmer Group. I not say yes. I'm one of the part when I started. I was about to leave. Peter Obede asked me to say, okay, John, we'll start small. Don't go away and leave me. Let us live together. So since there, I have I'm going on with the capital. I'm head of the unit, as you say earlier. I'm the head of unit of carpentry in Nigeria Farmer Group. I benefit from Nigeria Farmer Group because since I started Nigeria Farmer Group, I've never run down to say I don't have a kobo or CC in my pocket, because it's the place I'm sponsoring my children, feeding my wife, feeding any of my colleagues who ask me for 1 naira or 2 naira. I used to people that if I come to them, they are helping me and I'm doing well for them. That is why I'm together with them.
Okay, so well, that's very brief about him. And part of what he said that is very, very important is that from the farm, he has been able to train his. Currently, there's one of your son that is putting in that's supposed to go and join, which you are trying to sponsor to join. I think the army.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so he has raised them from the farm. This is where he has been with us since 2017, and this is where he has earned his living. And some other things he has done, particularly as a man, he may not be able to say now, but these are some of the profile of what he has achieved from being with the farm since 2017. Yes, there have been challenges. But we believe that the farm has been able to support him in such a way that we have overcome those challenges. So, this is part of what Mr. John Azaku has to say about himself. And probably, if there's anything you want to take it for, we'll call it the next.
Just appreciate the Nigerian Farmer Group. I pray Lord, may Lord keep us long life and give us more strength to build more. And we pray that government will also put hand with us to support us.
Yeah.
To support us so that we should not say the Nigeria Farmer Group will be pick up going from.
Okay, so.
Okay, Mr. John, I still have one thing to say. I'm going to be able to say it to you. It is very important for me to ask this question. I'm asking because it is you. When you built the whole of this studio, you built so many things in the farm like this. How do you feel for the first time we're streaming live? How do you feel in rural Gati? You are getting to be a part of something like this, a practically television studio built with mats. You can see behind me, you have mats and woods. How do you feel being able to put something like this together? How do you feel? What is the feeling you get when you do this? Thank you.
MD, I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very. I don't even know how to explain myself because as I'm seeing the studio, happy. I'm even looking at the state, maybe become myself because I started it with wood. And if I can tell you this thing we started this studio, you will only be laughing at me. I'm not even know say the studio will be even very fantastic like this. I'm very happy with it. Nigeria Farmer Group, they are supporting anything I request to know my work is moving, they are supporting me. Thank you.
Okay, Agajon, I'm not going to leave you yet. Last word. Farming in rural Nigeria is a major challenge. Farming for people like you and I is a major problem. What do you think needs to be done to make things easier for rural farmers? What do you need? We need you to give a word.
To Nigeria farmer to have a help is this. government is supposed to listen to farmers so that at least with their support, farmers will not be much going up and down to look for what to solve their problem. Government are supporting Nigerian farmers, any farmer.
Okay, Oga John, the farm is thankful for your opportunity, and we hope that the future is going to be wonderful for you and your family, and that I hope you have your PVC and ready to vote in this upcoming election. I'm not saying tell me who you want to vote for, but I hope you have your PVC and you're ready to vote to contribute to the Nigerian progress.
I'm ever ready.
You have your PVC?
Even now.
Do you have it here?
No.
But you have it.
Yeah, I have it.
And all your family, they have their PVC.
Have it.
And they are going to vote to make Nigeria work, to make Nigeria better.
Yes.
That is good. We are thankful for the opportunity you have given to us. We're grateful, Gajan. You can take your leave now as we FM.
Yes, sir.
In building this, we have to also look at your contribution. Gajan, thank you. You can leave. We are through with you. In building this, we have to look at your contribution towards the farm itself. Without you, the farm would be impossible. Without you, the farm would not work. And so in appreciating you, it's very important for us to also look at what is the way forward with you, and how do we ensure that in all that can happen, how do we ensure that this project is going to continue? Looking at over 3,000 hectares is not an easy thing. But how do we ensure that the project continues and Nigerians get to benefit and enjoy more of this across the country?
Okay, thank you very much, Andy. One beautiful thing about when we started 2017, I've always kept those early words you told us about commitment and consistency. Of course, the Nigerian farmer is not where they need to be today. That's one sure word I can start with. There's a lot of you will always say something when you have dreams without finances to push it. What was 2017? The dream that we had was even bigger than what we could accommodate at the early stage, because there was a lot we wanted to do. Still, there's a lot we have done. We started 2017 with just planting of maize and all that, and with the intention that government will see this as a platform where they should be able to use as a model into other communities. But 5 years down the line, and we can say that we have by ourselves single-handedly tried to do what we need to do, build on the dreams and the vision that we have always had in mind from the onset. But what about the roles of the government? Yeah, I don't want to put blames in the government entirely, because the federal government per se, we have benefited from the federal government, not as much as we have wanted, but they have done their own part. But you see, there's something you always say, that if the federal government is doing their bit, what about the state and the local government? That's the key thing, because we realize that every farm is located in a local government, in a state, overseen by a federal government. Now, if the federal government is able to do what it can do in the entirety of the state, what about the state and the local government? To drive the message, because each of the people that will be coming in now that belongs to the farm, they belong to a local government, and they belong to one of these tribes in this local government, especially in Nasarawa State. Not just in Nasarawa State, I'm from Edo State per se. Of course, we know that the MD is from Delta State. You see, if each of those states, if they are able to drive the same message the government is trying to do, then it means that we'll be able to even maximize and optimize what we are doing in the farm. 3,000 hectares of land that we have in this place is something, if the government sees it as an opportunity to replicate this in almost all the local governments in Nasarawa State, because we are reaching, if I'm using Nasarawa State as a model because that's where we are located, it means that Nasarawa State will be self-sufficient in terms of food production. Yes, we know that Nasarawa State is the solid mineral of the country, but apart from that, their lands are very viable in terms of production. But we have tried almost all the crops in this community. Now, going forward for us as a we believe that we have set the model. What we need now is major support from the government, because the truth is this: you said something when you started the program that whoever says government doesn't have any business in business, especially in agriculture, that person is the truth. But that is the simple truth. Because you said something also that, I always like to say this, that government is like a god, it's a mini god of every country. They can do and undo. So if the government wants to drive this same narrative, Nigerian Farmers Group is just one out of every other people that has the same dream. But what happened to those that started with from 2017? Most of those platforms, they have collapsed. Why? Because maybe probably they did not have the same determination. They didn't have the same boss that we had that was able to drive the message for us. But you see, the reason why we are here today, because a couple of times we have sat down so that when we have our staff meetings, there have been times that we nearly wanted to give up on what we are doing. But we realize that you have given us this opportunity. You have been able to, let us know that what we are doing as a farm is something that is going to live ahead of us. So we had that determination. I can give you a typical example. 2020, for example, March 31st, when we had the incident of storm wave in the farm. The evening of it, when we sat down, we were taking stock of what has happened in the farm. You came back with tears in our eyes. We were sitting down, I remember very well, close to the clinic. We were saddled with the situation. What do we do from here? But he said something that when you are building challenges, but what you do with the challenges is what really matters. And the next day, in my greatest shock, we saw every heads of unit mobilized back to the farm. They were sad, but they mobilized back to the farm from different departments so that we'll start rebuilding the farm. And here we are today. And the scene at which this incident happened, I think the government came. That was the scene that happened. So this is the dream. This is the determination you have put in order that made us drive this project. So we believe that with little or no support, of course, investors have been there and all that, but with little or no support, it takes a whole lot for you to get a transformer into this place, bring lightning, cross-road dam, roads. The project are endless, what we have done. But you see, where we are now is we are not doing this build Nigeria. That's the key thing. And that is why we are saying that if any government that is ready, that is really serious to build this nation, it has to look towards agriculture. Because everybody we have brought, like you said just now, the MBS will give you statistics. Since we have years time 50, none of them have come to this document and take stock of the staff we have in this place. When we have staff that is driving up to about 500, 300 staff, 300, 500, we have temporary staff around. But they have not been able to come to the document and see what we are doing. So it means that if there's little support from the government, this narrative, this same message will be driven. It's a whole agriculture. That's the key thing. Because
I'm happy you're saying that.
Yes, it can really, because we have somebody that will be coming in, somebody that sponsors the same. Now, this is a farm, this is a estate, energy, a major building. There's a nursery, we have the ranching, we have everybody in the farm. So it means that if you are serious from the south side, but we know that over these years, what has it done? Let's learn from what Nigerian farmers have done in this place to build and more than 300 people working in the farm like this. These are people that they have some of them that will know their histories. They have been able to improve their life and better their family. So I would believe if the government give us the support that just only Nigerian farmers will, but let them look towards agriculture and see what they can do to improve agriculture. Budget should be geared towards agriculture so they can build and will do much more as a farm. Thank you.
Peter Oglede. And as I was talking, you see the head of Nfgcs Farm Estates, and he oversees the over 3,000 hectares of farmland. He also oversees the full management of not just the land, but the personnel. And I often say that he's the younger brother that I don't have now. Of course, I have two of my younger ones who are officers. He's the younger one that did not go into the army. Thank you very much, FM. You see, as the head of the project, I'm pleased to have you here because you have made it easier for me. And I can say this without mixing words that I know that there are a lot of good things that are coming our way soon. And your effort will be rewarded soon. Okay, as we prepare for the next speaker, let me treat you to the legendary Ebenezer Obey, and let us have some of his music while we prepare for the next round of conversation. I hope you're enjoying yourself. This is our first outing, and I'm confident that it's going to be very good. I think going forward, a lot is going to be done. But then, who are we to complain? We are happy to be with you. Yes, not tutu now. Gati radio kusuko. So. Okay, it's time to continue our program this morning as we invite two persons who have formed a major part of what the farm represents. You know, I've often said that, and I'm going to repeat myself here, that one of the unique things about rural Nigeria is that it possesses the ability and the opportunity to be able to make things happen for all of Nigeria. And agriculture has the capacity of bringing together a lot of people so that you can try and correct things and then put things in perspective. I can say this here, that the two people who are right in front of you now, both Tanko and Adamu of Gati, are sons and daughters of Gati. They are sons and daughters of Gati. Tanko Jubril is the head of the farm. How do I call it? The head of the local boys in the farm. Now, Adamu Babagati is the liaison, is the community youth leader. He's also the APC youth leader, community youth leader, APC youth leader, palace leader, and also a major part of the farm. He liaises with him directly. Now, both of them have ensured that our progress and opportunities and efforts and challenges have been a little bit easier instead of tougher. And so I'm going to be able to, I'm going to bring in Adamu Babagate. and ask him a very simple question. Adamu Babagati. Adamu Babagati. Has the farm been able to help you and Gatti create this feel of, yes, with development is possible. Yes, Nigeria can work. Yes, the Urubos, the Yorubas, the Igbos, the Hausas, the Madas and co. How has that been for you, Adu? Please introduce yourself and tell us about the farm and Gatti, the challenges and opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you for giving me a chance. I am Adamu Babagati by name, the son of the Gatti. And bring out the community to the world. It's not for the country, to the world. Now, Gatti village is everywhere in the country, and then it's everywhere in the world. So before this farm coming to our community, we have a lot of challenge. It's not one or two or three. We have a lot of challenge. We have problem of the road, and then we have problem of school and water. So, and then we didn't have light that time. So as company come to our community, and then he provides road for us, and then he provides school for us, and then the company also provides electricity to the community, and then they want important things is job empowerment. Also, the company empower more than 500 youth within Gatti and the community around the Gatti. We are benefited. We are always working and then get something. Ending of the month, helping ourselves, paying school fees for our children, paying school for ourselves, taking care of our family and other things. Then I personally, I have nothing to say for this company because they helped me a lot. Because I didn't measure. I was in secondary school student by then. I graduated as secondary school student by 2007. So I didn't further my education. I just live at home and then doing other things. So from the help of this company and then the help of the MD of the company, now I am the South State University student. So I have nothing to say. I benefit a lot, and then the community also benefits.
Okay, well, one of the joy of being in a place like this, Ado and Tanko, one of the joy of being in a place like this is the fact that I can say confidently that yes, the development in the community makes it easier for all of us to make progress. Now, I can also say that the community is the farm, and the farm is the community. When the community is the farm and the farm is the community, it is easier for us to work together. Now that brings in Tanko. Tanko is the local head of the boys in the farm, and I want to appreciate him. Not just appreciate him, but providing personnel and staff for us has made our job a little bit easier. So Tanko, please tell us, what is it that and then Ado, please, because it does not. I've always talked about Tanko in my Facebook page. He rarely speaks English. He's learning, but at least let him speak Hausa, and then he can give him space so that he can, whatever I say, you're able to interpret it, and then let the people actually get to understand that yes, this is what is. Oh, please, Tanko, the floor is yours.
Wannan ta zo 217. Gonan nan da ta zo a lokacin da ta fara zo. Gonan nan mun karbe ta an biyu saboda mun gani cin gaba a zuwan wannan gonan. Cin gaba da mun fuskance shi a wannan gonan a da gaskiya na ga mutane ba su waye ne su sai ba. A wannan dalilin mutane sun waye ne su sani. sannan kuma dalilin zuwan wannan gonan ne. A da garinmu ba su ba ruwa ba hanya mai kyau damina yi. Dalilin wannan gonan kuma mun samu ruwa, mun samu hanya, mun samu karin cigaba a wannan gari namu. Ba abin da za mu ce ma gonan nan sai mu ci mishi mun gode. Sannan kuma har yanzu kuma muna da cikin gonan. Har yanzu kuma ni ne an bani shugaba na matasa na gona. Kuma ina lida na gona daidai gwargwado da abin da an samu. Sannan kuma abin da ban zato ma za mu samu a dalilin zuwa wannan gonan nan ba, don ban zato dan rayuwa da wuta a garinmu ba. Sai kawai na wayi gari wannan mai gonan Ramsin sai gashi ya ce ya ba mu wuta. Ina gani a da kamar wasa ne, sai kuma abu ya zuma da gaske har gashi yanzu nan muna shan wutan, muna komai da komai harka na wutan ya ba mu wuta.
Thank you. I think I understood that, and I think most of people will understand that. Now, before I leave the two of you, the future is pregnant. The campaign seasons are almost upon us. Politics is here. I hope both of you have your PVCs, and I hope that you are ready to vote. Now, the reason I say this is because when we started this project, Ado, we expected that government was going to do much more for us. We have to be thankful for the little they have done. Anyway, the central bank gave us some support, and the development bank, the central bank also tried to support the farm. But more has to be done for agriculture to work in Nigeria. So are you ready to participate? And if you are ready to participate, do you want government to do more? That is the next question. Thank you.
Yes, sir. In terms of the politics, that is why this current administration, that is President Muhammadu Buhari, he's trying his own fight for the agriculture, but we have a little challenge from the government because they are not coming in time. So, but we're also playing with them; they will come in time, and then we have our PVC. We are ready to board, but I am APC man also. I'm APC man. I'm ready to board for my candidate. I have my candidate from that is Aswaju. So I also call on Nigeria to also give our support for APC administration so that they can put more in the farming system. Because
anyway, we are not campaigning yet.
Yes, I know, sir. But you have to bring as your politician.
Yes, but you have your PVC.
Yes, I have.
Tanko, you are quite PVC go. You have your PVC. Chebi, are you ready to vote, Tanko? I'm talking to you, Tanko. Okay. And you are ready to vote because you want government to work, isn't it? Because you want government to focus on agriculture.
Saboda abin da ya sa ina son yi zaɓe wannan shugabanmu da an yi shi nan wasu abin nan Aswado hankalin shi na gona kuma ni ma ina aiki a ƙarƙashin gona ne. Shi na sa ina kokari shi ma Allah ya tabbatar da shi ne ci wannan zaben saboda ya zo ya sa hannu a gonar mu na saboda mu yi tafiya tare saboda komai ya ci mana gaba. Sannan kuma ina gani kawai ya ci ma zaben ma kawai saboda komai muna da shi a ƙasa.
Okay, so thank you, Tanko. Thank you, Adamu Babagate. We are happy to have you here. We are going to be more focused on what needs to be done later with regards to these communities. While you are here, let me play. There's a popular song. They said this. I don't think it's really an APC song. I love the beat, so I'll play it. Or I'll go over to the popular Chenji song by Sheikh Musa. Let me play that so that you guys we can excuse you from the studio. You can do whatever you want to do and continue to support the farm and make the farm work, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. Thank you. Yo. Look at the follow. Look at it. You see the camera. You stand here. Stand here. Stand here. Here. Come. Stand here. Okay, in continuation, I'm going to say this looking at the two men in front of me. You know, one of the biggest challenge we have as a people is to stereotype everything around us. Yeah, head up. Let them see you. Look at the camera. Let's see.
Okay,
I do. Your hand is up. Now, it's a stereotype that we get. Okay. And the stereotype is all about, oh, what is it with this country, Fulani this, Fulani that? The people sitting in front of you are Fulani. One of them is Likita Mohammed. Likita Mohammed, and Mr. Likita Mohammed is not allowed yet. He has not got to Makkah, so he's ordinary Likita. You go. I don't say you go. We go send you go. Now Likita Mohammed and Yao Saliu, yes, you know Yao is quite popular. Now Likita Mohammed and Yao Saliu are both Fulanis, and the good thing about who they have been is the fact that they have become a core of what has protected this farm. Now, you see, Nigeria does not have a Fulani problem. Nigeria does not have a Christian problem. Nigeria does not have a Muslim problem. Until and unless we understand that we don't have a Christian problem, we don't have a Fulani problem, and we don't have a religious problem or an ethnic problem, that is when we will get to the level of development that we need for as a country to the level that we want to go to the place that we want to go to. And so I'm going to have the two of them explain themselves, talk about themselves, to also express to you what it means to be a rural farmer, a rural Fulani farmer who owns cattle, who is a headsman, but who is part of building Nfgcs farm. When I came here, Likita was barely speaking English, but he speaks a little bit of English now, and he is also beginning to do well along that area. And so I will hand over the mic to the two of them. First to Likita. Likita, thank you for being in the studio with us today. How do you feel about the Nigerian Farmers Group and Cooperative Society, about Nfgcs Farms TV, Nfgcs Farm Estate, and your role in the farm? You can speak outside, you can speak English. Ado will interpret after you speak. Thank you.
So, mun gode da wannan lokacin da aka kawo don dai gaskiya shekarun baya da kafin gonan nan yanzu dai gaskiya abubuwa da yawa ba mu iya shi. Suna gida dai sai dai mu yi kiwo. Man tun da Allah kawo mana kamfanin nan ya zo nan mun dawo muna ƙarƙashin shi muna aiki da shi, bai nuna mana warayya, bai nuna mana wani bambanci, ya rike mu kuma mun zama ƙannen shi ko yaran shi, kuma da shi da sha duk wani sutura duk abin da muna bukata a hannun shi yana yi mana, kuma ba mu samu matsala da mutane ko wani abu, muna zaman lafiya kuma muna rolling gona muna tafiyar da shi yadda ake so.
What he's saying, before the NFGCS come, so they are at home taking their cow, go out for grazing, and then coming back. So as this company come, they are benefited, and then they learn a lot of things through the company. And then the engine of the company is showing them, he take them as their younger brothers or nine begin. But he's doing a lot of things for them. Anything, if they request for him, he will give them. Even at times, the clothes they wear, they also come out, give them. So you take them as your brother. That is why they are even giving themselves to protect the farm, to protect anything that is within the farm. And then people from outside, they didn't have any problem with them. They are working successfully, and then the company, they also take care of them properly.
Yao, Yao, the one and only Yao of Yaology. Yao, you are the head of the ranch. You look after the cattle, you look after the sheep, the goats, you ensure that everything is in place. You've taken them like your own. And sometimes when they're having challenges, you literally want to suffocate me, telling me that, my friend Mauga, I better come and take care of this cow before the problem will continue. How have you keyed in so much to ensure that the farm survives and that you've given your all, you even stay in the farm? What drives you to be able to do this? Ado?
Ya kaba da kulawa kamar yadda likita ya faɗa, dukan kuna kaba da lokacin ka da kuma kula da wannan dabbobi da ke wannan. Wani lokaci za ka dabba ma yawo ne abu za ka ce ga a zuwa wannan dabba na zo ba shi ba kai zo abu yayi yawa. To me ya baka karfin gwiwa, me kuma ya baka da ce wanda ka ba da lokacin ka gaba da hankalin kwanan wuri, me ya fasa kun ya ba ku
abin da sa muna ji daɗin irin wannan aiki. Duk wanda yake ji daɗin aiki kuma dole ma da kulawa a wuri ko ba su. Sometimes kamar idan na ga dabba hakan nan tana so ko a wani abu ya same shi, idan na kawo kuka na shaf ana mun magani shi saboda a ci gaba. Kuma sometimes kamar dabbobi suna nan, kuma duk abin da yake taso kamar na rashin lafiya ko wani abu wanda dai na ga ba ta ci ko wani abin da ya kama dai na cuta haka, to santa in na kawo kuka na ana mun magani shi kuma tana samun lafiya. Kuma duka wannan muna neman cin gaban ne, kuma na karu da a shugabancin nan sosai ba kaɗan ba, saboda da yawa idan na ga abin da zai faru ko a cikin dabbobi ko makamancin shi, kaga duka ana yi sabin nashi. Amma na karu da ilimi sosai kuwa, kuma na gode ma oga, kuma mun gode da cin gaban da ana yi akan gonan. Kuma Allah ka kara mana cin gaba fiye da na yanzu.
Okay, yeah, it's actually good to hear. You're not only Mungode, but for me, yeah, there's something I want us to talk about, and two of you will answer. Would talk about it for me. There is this misconception, okay, about the Fulani man. But the Fulanis that I have are nationalists, and Nigerian who believe in Nigeria. And that has helped you to be able to develop the kind of bond. I tell people that I stay in the farm. I don't have any other home. I don't have a house in Abuja. I don't have a house in Kefi, in Nasarawa State. I don't have a house anywhere in this country except Gatti, the farm itself in Gatti. I have been living on this land. I've been staying on this land every day of every year, except when I go to visit my family in Akure since 2019. When we came in, I was sleeping on the floor. Now, of course, I'm still sleeping on the floor now, but bed on the that floor. But I've stayed, and the Fulanis, mostly, who are around me, have become a core part of our security. So the question would be, the misconception about the Fulani nationwide. Of course, yes, there are Fulanis who have been problematic. But how do we correct that misconception nationwide? Knowing that in Gatti here, we have shown to the world that yes, we are all Nigerians that are ready to make Nigeria work. Look at that, you can go first.
Kamar yanayin dan maganganun da ake yi maganan Fulani na can a rashin zaman lafiya kaza. Amma shi tun da ya zo nan kusan shekara 3 kenan yana kwana nan gona da kuma baya da goyon bayan ku Fulani, kuma bai taba samu damuwa da kowa ba. Shi na so kai magana kai.
Haka ne, gaskiya sultan da yawa kamfanoni suna kawo mana ciwon kai a wurin Fulani yan uwanmu. Da wani ya saya filin shi zai fence din shi bai so ya ga wani abu ya wuri da saniya. Amma shi wannan da ya zo wurin mu bai nuna mana wannan ba. Shi yasa mun dauke shi mu rike shi da hannu biyu, saboda mun san ba zai dame ba, bai dame yaran. Muna tare da shi ma karuwa ne za mu samu magana. Amma sun ta wasu za su ce ba su yarda da Fulani su zo kusa da kamfanin su ma gaba da fence din shi. An ga saniya a kama ko ne abu. To shi dai tun da ya zo nan gefen nan gaba daya community na Gati nan dai ba Fulani ne, ba wanda ya taɓa ishe mishi ka zo yau kayi mun laifi akan abu kaza, ba shi ba. Saboda ya ga yanayin da muna rike mishi kayan shi, ya sake ya ga yanda yan uwanmu muna tare da shi, ya ce shi ba wannan ne da shi dai a samu cin gaba. Shi yasa kuma muna kiyaye mishi sauran kayan shi da ya ce bai so shanun su taɓa, ba za su taɓa wuri. Amma ya bar mana, ya yi mana ruwa inda shanun za su sha. Na ruga kenan ma na shi ba fa, ya yi mana ruwa. Ya sake ya gyara mana wuri, ya ba mu famfo bohol da za mu ɗiba a gidan mutum da gidan mu ba yana da nisa ba. Duka wannan shi ya ce Fulani nashi ne, ba shi da matsala da Fulani ko a ina, confirm ne wannan. Saboda haka shi yasa mu mun ɗauki zuciyarmu mun ce mu za mu riƙe shi tsakaninmu da Allah, za mu riƙe mu mishi aiki. Sauran Fulani mu kuma suna tambayin mu ya aka yi wannan mutane saura suna ce kamfani akwai matsala, me yasa shi ogan mu bai da damuwa. Mun ce to daga yanayin shi mu ma yanayin mu ba mu nuna mishi wani bacin abu ba, kaga ba zai nuna mana ba. Mu rike shi hannu biyu, sauran kuma ku ƴan uwan mu Fulani muna tare da ku. Abunda mun zauna da shi na fahimta ya gaya mana, muna gaya kuma kuna yarda da wannan. Shi yasa ba za a samu matsala, zai zauna ko a ina dare da rana muna tare da shi, ba matsala ba komai.
So what they are saying about the Fulani problem. So since you are here, the farm is here. The farm is taking care of them and then doing a dam for them. They are planning around the Gati place. They have a very good water for their cow to drink. And then the farm also provides one tank of one borehole for them outside. it's for them. There are people come from the outside and then pay water and take in home because their house is not far from the company. And then most of the rich people, they also buy 500 hectares, 1,000 hectares, 3,000. They will fence all the place. And then cow, they didn't have access. I didn't have any place to go and graze. But since the farm they here, the farm get a lot of land, but they never fence the land, even one. So most of the people around the Gati community, they are using that place for grazing. And then any place that the farms, tell them say, may they not enter here, they will make sure that cow are not going there because they know there is a crop for the company planting there. That is why their cow will not even go there to destroy their farm. And then they also try to tell most their people outside. That is how they maintain the company. And then they assure the company, the manager, the MD of the company, you're giving their support. Anything where they need, you also support them. They are be in the farm, they are supporting the farm, and then they are telling their neighbors, let them join hand and then take care of the farm. That is why, and then he's calling for the planning around the country. Let them be like them here because they are living in peace in Gati.
Okay, Yao, do you have anything to add before we close your session?
Maganar da zan iya karawa kenan saboda magana guda ɗaya ne zuwa duniya kawai. Don mu kara mashi godiya bisa abin da yana mana kuma mun gode mashi. Allah ya kara mana cin gaba. Kawai maganar da zan faɗa kenan.
So you see, I have nothing to say, just accept thanks for what the company is doing for them, because they have nothing to say again. Now, thanks only. Thanks.
Okay. We can only be thankful to our Fulani brothers and sisters around the farm. They have become a core part of our farming staff. And that alone is plus for us. It's something we feel very proud and happy with. And we can say that going forward, we'll keep doing our best to ensure that more is done for them. Thank the two of you for coming to the studio. We are very happy for your presence. And you are not leaving us because the program is just starting. The studio is just opening. This is our first session, and we are happy to have you. We're going to be having more of you here as we move forward. So really, really thank you. And as we leave, we are going to continue with our usual music and as we bring in the other guests. Thank you so very much. Yeah. America. You know, like I said, this farm studio is going to be primarily focused on Nigeria. As you can see, it's all about the legendary Nigerian musician that we're playing as we're getting into the next round. It's always been all about Nigeria. It's going to be Nigeria first, Nigeria always, Nigeria only. As we introduce the next guest today, the next guests are some of the toughest female managers we have in the farm. I say this with every sense of reasoning. Every sense of reasoning. Every sense of reasoning. And it is very clear that, you know, without women, it's almost impossible to make anything happen. We call her Mama Ekwa. Her real name is, what's your full name? Anna. Please speak up so that they can hear you. Anna Bulusku. Yes. We call her Mama Ekwa. She's the mother of the farm. Anna Bulus, she's Mama Ekwa. She's part of the core leaders of female leaders of the farm who have kept this project going. And not just Mama Ekwa, but the most troublesome manager we have in the farm. Jume Mohamego. She's the most troublesome manager we have in the farm. But she's not just troublesome. She's been very committed towards the development of the farm. Now, the thing about these women that is very important to know is that they have contributed immensely towards the growth of the farm. You know, I always say that women account for majority of our workforce, and their effort has helped the farm stabilize. Their effort has given the farm hope. These are the women of Gati. These are the women who have helped to define rural agriculture here. Women who have been involved in building this farm community for the greater good of all. I will pause here and then give first Madam Jume Mohammed the floor to not just introduce herself, but to say one or two things about her effort in the farm. Jume Mohammed, the microphone is yours, you can speak. Speak outside, anyone when you want to speak is okay.
Nake mai suna Jummai Muhammad, manajan a wannan gona cooperative society. Farkon da na zo wannan gona, mun fara da shuki. Daga shuki, gashi a ranar ta yau, Allah ya kawo mu har mun zo mun kai wani lokaci mun zo mun sami manager a wannan gona. Gashi muna kai ci gaba har wa yau. Na gode ma Allah a wannan gona lokacin da na zo ban samani zan samu abin da na samu ba. A farkon da na zo wannan gona na kai shekara ɗaya, na biyu na zo na samu ciki. A wannan gona ina zuwa don kuma fasa ba. An na zo na aihu, na kuma gode ma oga ya yi mini abun arziki yanda ya kamata a aihuwa na. A duk da haka dai bai bar ni ba. Har yanzu ga yarinya ta kai shekaranta 3 kenan. Tana ci gaba da makaranta. Alhamdulillah. Na gode ma Allah. Ubangijin Allah kuma ya dada karfafa mu mu yi abin da zai taimake mu ya kuma taimake wannan gona. Da kuma na biyu har wa yau, na gode ma Ubangiji Allah a cikin wannan gona, dama ban ajiye komi ba. Na siya wuri fili a sabon gida, na samu kadara na wanda wata rana ko ba ni da rai, yayana za su gaje shi. Alhamdulillah, na gode ma Allah. Ubangiji Allah kuma ya dada bude mishi hanya, ya taimake shi yanda za mu karfafa a wannan gona mu ci gaba fiye da haka. Na gode ma Allah. Iyaka abin da ina da shi kenan. Allah kuma ya taimake mu gaba daya.
Mama Ado, I think you can give us a hint into what she just said.
So what she's saying, from the beginning, she started working here as a staff, and then now she's part of the management team in the company, and then she's thanks for the company. She was started 1 year before she had pregnancy, and then she was born that girl, and then the farm almost take care of the from the time that she impregnated and then the time that she born the baby, and then the farm tried a lot for her, and then now the girl is 3 years old. Then they take her to school now. She also given her support to see the farm going forward, and then she will always give her support and then give her all to the company, because the company also give her what she needs. Because anything she work, they will pay her, and then through the salary that she gathers small, and then she get like 1 plot for Sabangida through what she gets, and then that plot she will keep it for her children, even she's not alive. The children have something to inherit from their mother, so she gets it through here, through her salary. She's saving 1,000, 2,000. So she get that one. That is why she's always pray, let God put hand of the company, and then put hand of the MD of the company. Let the company go higher, more than what she think. That's what she have to say.
Okay, and Mama Bulus, it's your turn to also speak, because it's as if women managers in the farm, we want to hear from you. Mama, you have the mic.
Gaskiya na gaishe mu a cikin sunan Yesu. Ina da godiya, farko godiya na ita ce farko na fara aiki a gona nan 2017. Na tsammani ina da shekara 6 kenan yanzu. Na gode wa shi ogamu. Ya ji tausayin mu, zan ce Allah ne ya tura wannan dan talaki ya zo ya taimake mu a yanki nan. Gaskiya na yi godiya kwarai da gaske. Farko aiki na yi shekara 1, na ce ba zan ci a baki ba. Bari in siya abin da idan Allah ya dauke raina in bar ma yara gado. Na siya inji katako a shekara 1. Na biyu kuma na shiga shekara 2, na biya ma yaro na shi dan lami makaranta college a Konga. Har yanzu dai na kai. Na roƙi Allah ya daga shi wannan dan talaki shi garansi. Allah ya kara mashi karfi. Na uku, gaskiya lokacin da na fara aiki, mun fara da shuki ne, har wayo ina kan gona. Ban bar gona ba, don ina so gona nan ya ci gaba. Na gode wa Allah gaskiya, tunda na fara aiki nan, sai dai in ga zazzabi mura ya huce. Ban samu matsala ba. Na gode wa Allah, na gode mashi. Shi yana ba mu ci da sha a wannan gona, bai yashe mu ba. Ina kwanta zazzabi mura, yana dan taimake ni da naira 5 in je in saya kwaya. Na gode mashi. Bari Allah da ya kawo shi a nan, da mu amince ba mu ga haske ba, yanzu a dalilin zuwan shi muna ga haske na wuta na gunan shi. Ina roke Allah ya kara mashi karfi fiye da haka. Idan da yarda Allah muna da rai, killa ya kai mana wani sola a kofan gidana, ina taya shi murna. Allah ya taimake mu, na gode.
So what she's saying, she started working in the 2017, and then she started planting corn, and then till now she's still in the farm. So giving her support to the farm so that less the farm grow to the level that everybody you talk about the farm everywhere in the country and then in the global. And then she starts working here. Anytime that she's ill, you will send some support for her to buy medicine for herself. And then she's working here. She's supporting her family through the salary that she have here, sending her boy to school, and then buying the sewing machine to one of her son through her salary. And then they found this farm that is one handle helping her to solve the family problem. Because what she get, she will take it to the family and solve the problem. That is why she always pray for you. And then it is God send you to this place. That is why you come to take them out of problem. Because as the farm day now, farm get light, the light even go to Monte in the night. We have light here in the farm, also Monte. The light is touching them there. Everywhere there's no dark in the community because of the light that the company having here. And then she also pray, maybe one day you send solar to her place. That is what she has to say.
Thank you very much to both of you, to the women of Gati. What we always say, you are very important to what we do here. And that is why we appreciate what you bring to the table. We are very grateful, and we expect that as we move forward, more and more opportunities will present themselves for us to do more. But the farm is very, very thankful to you for what both of you contribute to the farm. Thank you very much, Madam Jimmy. Thank you very much, Mama Ekwa. And we hope to see you soon. Have a nice time, everybody. Bye-bye. Before you bring in the next set, let us go back to our usual, and let's give them something different as we go and pick our very own leader here. Thank you. When you if you touch this table, it knows the shoe. Who are the next two? Check, rice meal. Make all of them come for rice meal. Rice meal. What is the other two? Who the for there? Poultry. Let people come. How many of them for poultry? Only Joseph. So let poultry and rice come. Joseph, am I all right? Hussein Baba. Okay, Alausa, that's part of what we're going to be doing here from time to time. We're going to be going into history and then projecting what is our own and talking about what should be the foundation of our nationalism. Nigeria first, Nigeria only, Nigeria always. That's exactly what it's going to be. Now, in front of us here are both Joseph Amao, and Joseph Amao is the head of the poultry. Joseph Amao is the head of the poultry, while Hussein Baba is the head of the rice mill. And both are sitting in front of us now. We are going to be talking to them, as we have done with every other person, to look at their understanding, their impact, their involvement in the Nfgcs farm project and what it means to them and their expectation of agriculture. Like I said, this is rural Nigeria, rural agriculture. Our job is to ensure that we make Nigeria work. Our job is to ensure that we make Nigeria work. Now, if we make Nigeria work, it is definite that we stop insecurity. It is definite that we create jobs. It is definite that Nigeria will develop. And so these people, both Joseph Amahu, who is at the poultry, and Hussein Baba, who is at the rice mill, their job is been to help make Nfgcs farm estate great, is to help make rural Nigerian farming work and to be part of it. Amao, the floor is yours. Please tell us about you and then what you do in the farm. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. My name is Joseph Amao, and I head in the poultry section at feed mill. I joined the farm since the year 2018, just immediately after my youth service, and it's been wonderful working with the farm. I actually started with liters and actually progressed to using automatic layers and broilers beds. And it's been so wonderful working under the guidance of MD, Mr. Rexon, FDK, and the farm manager, Mr. Peter. It's been wonderful because it actually builds this confidence that you want to give in your best and you will not want to actually disappoint the farm. So It's been so wonderful progressing, and I've really loved what they've been doing because since I came in, it's been 4 years, more than 4 years now, I've seen a lot of infrastructure coming into existence and a lot of things. And also, I really appreciate the area of the managerial service, which our MD here has been doing to a lot of stuff. At least I'm saying this because my assistant is part of the people benefiting from it. She's a widow and she has kids, which actually have been sponsored in school by the MD, and which is something I really appreciate. She's a picture behind me. She's a beautiful widow behind me. I'm actually jealous my picture is not there.
Your picture is coming. If your picture is not there, your picture is your picture. I'm going to do this, but I'm also going to show you that we don't forget. If you look, your picture is going to be coming up at the screen soon to tell you that we don't forget. So yes, you can speak.
Thank you so much.
You are going to be seeing your picture in front of you soon. So go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So, the farm has been a home. It's really been a home. I actually reside in Kefi, but I've been staying at the farm.
I hope you have seen your picture.
Yes, sir.
You've seen your picture. Okay, you can look at it. You can turn and look at it at the back. You see your picture at the back.
This one.
So it's there.
Yes,
Well, you can continue.
Thank you, sir. So it's wonderful. NFGC has been a home to many people. During the brooding, we are always here to make sure things go fine. And I just really want to appreciate our MD, the leadership, the guidance of our MD, and the farm manager, Mr. Peter. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate, sir.
Okay, so we'll hand over the mic to Hussein Baba of the rice mill. You know, rice is capable of driving the next revolution. Rice is capable of making Nigeria great. Hussein, the floor is yours.
So mai magana Hussein Baba Gati. Na iswa na ma Nfgcs iswa. A tun lokacin da na fara aiki a wannan kamfani shekara 2017 a shekara 2017 aka fara wannan kamfani na fara aiki a wajen nan. Kan gaskiya na karuwa da wannan kamfani sosai. Akwai abubuwa especially lokacin da naka fara wannan aiki a wannan wajen. Da na fara wannan aiki lokacin da naka gama na je na dan koyon su dan sana'a na dawo gida. Yanzu na fara aiki a wannan kamfani. A yanzu na da shekara akalla ba a kasar ba shekara 5 da fara wannan aiki a wannan kamfani. Na samu karuwa sosai, na samu dama da wannan na karu wannan ko daga nan har ina ne zan iya tafi da alfahari na a cikin zuciya na wannan kamfanin nan na samu ɗaukaka a ciki. A yanzu nan a kamfanin nan na samu abubuwan yi, akwai jari, akwai wasu filaye da duka nima na samu na saya da fara aiki na a wannan kamfani. Kamfanin nan ta kawo mana cin gaba ba a Gate kaɗai ba, kusancin kauyukan Gate gaba ki ɗaya. Akwai Fulani, akwai Yalwa, akwai Kuramai, akwai Gunka, akwai Macu, akwai Kuramai, akwai Maro, akwai Mante, akwai Andu, akwai Bani. Akalla ba a kasar mun kusa kai sama da 100 a kauyukan da muna karuwa da wannan kamfani. An gyara mana hanya. Mun kai sama da al'umma sama da 500 wannan muna aiki a wannan wajen. Lokacin da kamfanin nan bata zuba kan ba wannan mutanen da suna ba wani kamfani kusan da mutanen da suna samu irin wannan aiki babu. Amma da ta zo mutane yawancin yanzu sun samu abubuwan yi. Ga yanzu nan ma abu mai taimakon da ta kara mana akwai asibiti yanzu a gonan nan. Wannan yanzu duka yukan nan idan ka tashi da rashin lafiya da farko idan yanzu ka rashin lafiya a wannan kauyukan za a dauka ka ne a kai ka kefi. Idan ba Allah sa kwanan ka a gaba ba kamun a kai kefi da ka wuce. Amma yanzu nan kamfanin nan ta taimaka ma mutanen kauyukan nan da rugage. Yanzu ɗan yaron ka na ciwo in kai ma ba lafiya immediately za a ɗauka ga zuwa Nfgcs hospital da kawo ka wajen a baka magani kyauta ga ruwan sha. Tunda na fara wannan aiki a wajen kan gaskiya na gode ma Allah game ga har yanzu ni dama ban san me ana kira shinkafa ba gabaki ɗaya kwata-kwata, amma a wannan kamfani na koyi aikin shinkafa. Wannan daga nan a faɗin Najeriya ana alfahari da shinkafa na, wannan idan an bude za a tunanin kai ba daga Najeriya ne ana yi wannan shinkafa ba, kuma daga kamfanin nan ne, kuma mai magana nan shine Usaini Baba, shine da hannun shi ina yi wannan shinkafan, kuma ya koyi a Nfgcs, Nigeria Farmer Group and Cooperative Society. Ba an na je na koya a wannan kamfani, shi yasa ina buga kiji, ina alfahari da wannan kamfani, ta zama mun jari na ne. Na gode.
What he's saying is from the beginning, he started at 2017, and then she didn't have any experience of working in the rice mill. He learned from the company here, Nfgcs. Now he can proud of himself. Any place that you go, you can enter and work, and then she will also go anywhere, and then showing that she's a Nfgcs staff, and then he learn how to work in the rice mill, and then he's producing one of the best rice in the country. Everywhere when he carry go, you open the bag. Most of people are saying this rice is not from the Nigeria. Some people are thinking that is the Thailand rice or from outside, but he's producing here in the Gati, Nfgcs Gati here. And then he's learned inside the company. He's not going anywhere for practical and anything. He's here. So he achieved a lot of the company. He served many things through your own salary. Before he's not doing anything, and then as company come, he work, and then they are saving. And after saving, you buy some assets to keep for his salary. That is what you have to say for the company.
Okay, we can only be thankful to you, to the two of you, for the service you have rendered to the farm, for your support, for the opportunity, for the growth, and more importantly, for your commitment. You know, agriculture is tough, you know, really tough. The question is, how committed are you to what we are doing? And that is, most of the time, that is what drives us. That is what we look at. And both Amao, Joe Amao, and Usaini Baba, the farm appreciates you. We are going to be having more of your program. Today is just introducing most of you. We're not going to go specific into what you do and how it can be helpful towards telling the Nigerian farmer story. Now, the good thing about the Nigerian farmer story is that we can make Nigeria work. We can make Nigeria work. We have the capacity to make Nigeria work, and we're confident that if all of us put in the right effort, that it will not be as hard as it has to be. It will be a little bit easier when we are committed to doing what needs to be done. So we're thankful. The farm is thankful to the two of you. If you have any other thing to say, I will leave the floor for you to say it, and then we'll move on to the next guest. Thank you.
Nothing much to say. Just really want to appreciate all the efforts and all the strength you've put in towards the farm and every staff from this farm. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And as always the case with us, we will allow this set to leave. I've been wanting to play this music, but I don't want them to say it's political. However, this time I am playing it, whatever it is. Thank you very much, everybody, and I'll allow you to take your leave. Okay. We're getting ready for. We're getting to the almost to the end of our first live stream. You know, one of the things you have to take. We are getting going. The first one may not be. Might have some mini challenges here and there. We'll be able to solve that going forward. And we can say confidently that yes, we've started, and as we've started, growth and progress will definitely follow. The next people we have here, like I said, if you're seeing a lot of them flow along, you would understand that it is quite important for sorry, just a minute. You understand that it's quite important for them, for all of us. Guys, we're gonna reduce on the volume. Quite important for all of us to grow the farm together, grow it so that whatever we are doing, we can develop our rural communities and then make it work. The two people in front of me right now are Jonathan McAfee. Am I correct? Jonathan McAfee. Now, Jonathan McAfee is the head of bricklayers. He said I'm missing bricklayers. All of them are the same thing. Is the head of mason and bricklayers. And also Isaac. Isaac is the chief electrician of the farm. He prefers to be called the chief electrical engineer of the farm. Maybe so. Chief electrical engineer of the farm. Isaac who?
John.
Isaac John. Those are the two people we have here now, and we are also going to give them the opportunity to look at the impact of the farm on their life and how we can make things work for everyone. So make progress in the farm. Jonathan, the floor is yours, please. Thank you.
My name is Jonathan. When I entered this farm in 2017, I was very good to start. So we started doing a different farm. I followed the farm. We started picking. But there, I joined building. But can go with the build. But they up to the see where they are, where they were suspended. And I can be where I never suspect when they never start. Now if I be, this will be considered me do that because when I enter this farm, I will just say I learn out for here. I learn the building for here and I try my best and I do the work. I even try to build a big warehouse for this Nigeria for my group when I learn and I succeed for that one, we try to do that one. It be the lot of place, rice me some units, we try to do that. And I'm there among of the people they work because I know they're in charge. And I'm happy for this part, they help me well. I never get machine before and I never think I will get by for my life. And I couldn't get machine for this one when I'm happy, very, very happy. For them, I help me for that one. And they drive the buy. Later, some time I couldn't ask them why I never suspect who could help me. And my entity could help me, but I never think. And they help me do the thing for me, I never think would do for me. And I'm very, very happy with that one. So I'm very happy with this one because I'm a progress for this farm well. I'm a progress for this farm well. But I cannot fit anything. I will say thank you because I'm a progress for this farm well.
Jonathan, the farm appreciates you for what you have done. Like we always say, there's a lot of job to be done in rural Nigeria. If we put in the right effort, we put in the right ability and capacity, there's nothing we cannot achieve. And so we appreciate you for what you've done. Isaac, please, the floor is yours.
First of all, my name is Isaac John, a staff of Nigeria Farmers Group and Cooperative Society. I came to this farm 2017 October when there is a little challenge. When I came, first of all, I saw the challenge, but it seemed like it was like going to hook me for head. So I have to sit down and think. When I sit down, my farm manager came and told me that, Isaac, there is nothing you have to discourage about. There's nothing you discourage yourself on it. So you have to put yourself together, you can do it. And that is most often the statement that my MT usually told me. There is nothing in this life, as long as you are a human being, there's nothing that has to overpower you. So that's how I begin. I start the work as casual staff till I was employed here fully as a permanent staff today. And I went to the level of being a head of the electrical units. From there, I am a student of National State University, which I graduated 2021 due to some COVID-19 and strike challenges. As of now, I'm a copper serving at Gogola in Abuja. I paid my school fees from the Nfgcs. I do other house chores, and I feed my family from it. So I'm grateful for Nfgcs for the great support and for bringing me to life, because without this farm, before, I don't know where I will have ended. How will I cope with my studies, my family challenges? But when I came to this farm, my family gave me hope, and I seriously am to appreciate the Nfgcs farm for the courage and the experience they are giving me, which anywhere I step my leg, I can connect a rice mill, polishers, electric motors, all those heavy duty machines. I can go there comfortably and do it because of the support of the Nfgcs. Thank you.
You see, when people tell your stories, one of the things that brings joy to my heart is these are ordinary Nigerians. These are Nigerians who are putting in their effort to ensure that progress is made, and we can only appreciate it. Thank the two of you for coming to our studio today as we prepare for the last set. And like I said, this is just introduction, so we're trying to hurry up the entire process. This is just introduction. More option will be made available later. More opportunity will be available for us to discuss more in depth. The television station is this streaming service rather is meant to be able to tell our stories and then contribute to the progress of agriculture, to the progress of rural Nigeria, and how we can use it for the betterment of all of us. So thank you guys for your time. And before you leave, or while you leave, I want you to know that the farm appreciates your efforts. The farm appreciates your efforts so very much. Thank you. Maybe 12 years. problems. Okay. This is going to be the last guest we're going to have, and then we'll close for today. And as we get ready for get ready for the real deal, where we focus on the challenges that the Nigerian farmers are facing. And now we look at two of our staff who have contributed immensely. Every one of them has contributed heavily. Or look at two of our staff who have contributed immensely towards the growth of the farm. Both Joseph Jacob, who is the head of the greenhouse, and also the assistant head of boys in the farm. And not just that, he was among the first, I think it was the first man that brought me to the farm here when I came here 2017. That's been a very long time ago. And sometimes when I think back, I ask myself, well, no, both you and I do. I remember the time we did not believe that we were going to be here. And this is the future we had always hoped and believed was going to happen. And also Mama Dani, you want to call Mama Dani, she's Mrs. Naomi Elisha, who is part of the MD's office. I welcome both of you, and I'm going to give the mic to you to tell us, give us an insight, Mr. Joseph, into this project, the Nigerian Farmers Group and cooperative society, the farm estates, the growth, progress, what it has done to the community, and what you think can happen going forward.
Good afternoon. My name is Joseph Jacob. I'm the second in command as a head of the boys in the farm, and also the head of the unit at the greenhouse. So we started this farm 2017. When this farm started, nobody believed that we were going to reach the town stage. Even I did not believe that. But as time goes on, we work, we contribute, and we make sure that the farm stays till this. Unfortunately, the farm helped us very, very well in this community.
It's not unfortunately, it's fortunately.
The farm helped us very, very well in this community. Like me, personally, I think my family, we are 15 in number that work in this farm.
15?
15 in number that work in this farm.
Wow, that's a good one.
We have 3 women, 12 boys, the same family. So at least we are not, before we are jobless, but because of the farm, we work, and almost all of us now, we are men. I think we eat very well, and our family, and the farm take care of our family very, very well, especially me. I'm talking now. My wife just gave birth 3 days ago, and from day one, the farm helped me till even yesterday. They still give me enough money to take care of my children at home. So I'm very, very grateful. I'm very, very grateful. My family are happy, and every family that the children work in this farm, they are happy. we have a good road, we have light, we have water, we have everything. And the kind of farming we are doing now is a modern farming. It's not the kind of farming we are doing before. They open our eyes. I travel a lot because of greenhouse. I meet different type of people. And now I'm also an agronomist because I go to many places and teach them what to do. I travel because of to go and buy things. I went to Cameroon, Chad, travel a lot. I'd never ever be traveling, leave Nasarawa State, but because of this farm, I travel and meet. In my dream, I never expected I will meet a vice president, even a governor. But because of this farm, we are good. We are very grateful. I'm joy full in my mind. I cannot say it all. There's joy in my mind. Thank you very much.
Okay, Madam. Thank you, Joe. And I think the angle you came from is quite lovely because if you think of it, it's really 15 of the family members have worked in the farm. That's something to be proud of. It means that practically you are the community self now. Now
Yes,
you know.
yes, sir.
Madam Naomi, the floor is yours, please.
For the first time, I'm greeting all of us in Nigeria Farmers Group, but I'm going to speak the language that I understand very well. I'm going to speak Hausa. Ina gaisuwa mu dukan mu da wannan lokacin. Ni ne mai suna Naomi Elisha, kamar da na gabatar da kaina da farko. Ina aiki farkon da na fara zuwa gonan nan a 2017. Na fara sar da abinci. Ina sarma da workers abinci suna ci. A hankali na fara aiki a office na shi babban gonan nan. Ina kuma gode ma gonan nan da goyon bayan su da suna bani. Da na fara aiki a gonan nan gaskiya na kan cin gaban gonan nan. Duk mutanen da sun gani sai ku dinga ce kai gaskiya gonan nan ya karbe ki, aikin nan ya karbe ki. Amma dama ba abin da ina yi in ba aikin gona, in aikin gona ya kare sai dai mu zauna gida ko ba ku dana yi ba. Amma zuwan gonan nan ya taimake mu sosai. Ina gan kaman baran ce duka ma musamman ni a gidana gonan nan ya taimake ni. Da kuma shi oganmu na gona da kuma taimakon da yana min a gidana da kuma iyalaina da ƴaƴana duka ina ce mishi na gode. Muna kara addu'a da cewa bari ubangijin Allah ya sa gonan nan ya kara cin gaba fiye da haka. Ya kuma ba ma shi ogadin basira da kuma tunani inda zai rike mutane a gonan nan da kuma ba shi cin gaba. Bari duk abin da mun ji bari ubangiji Allah ya taimake mu.
So what she said during the 2017, after we have 500 staff here, then she cook from house and then come here and sell it. So from that is where she starts coming with food and sell for people during that time. So from there, and then they look how the hard work she have. So they employ her, and then she start working inside your office. Then you have her a lot, and then you also have her through her family, and then through what she have here, then she use it and then help her children paying her school fees, her children's school fees, and then saving some, and then for the family problems. So she even appreciate what farm doing for her. She cannot mention everybody, but she have to mention herself first because she benefited a lot from the Nfgcs. So she's thanked, and then she also pray, let's Almighty Allah bring more to the company so that through what the company gets, and then you as a MD, you're also taking care of all your staff in the company. So she appreciates and then she thanks for what the company doing to her.
Well, I appreciate the two of you, and like I said, this is the beginning of something new, and we can always expect that the future is going to be better, future is going to be good, and then we are all going to be a part of something unique for the greater good of all of our people. So thank you very much, and we expect that very soon, very, very soon, you are going to have your own program, because the Great House is something we're going to talk about here, and then we're going to isolate it so that we sit down and spend 1 hour together, only me and those of you from the Green House to be able to tell the story. So thank you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be a part of, thank you for allowing us have you here, because it helps us in selling the story that in developing Nigeria, rural Nigeria comes comes first. We are grateful.
Thank you, man.
Yes, you're welcome. Yes. We're almost done now. Now closing with this one. That's all. I'm so finished now. I'll make it to the place now. Okay. We have to be thankful. We have to appreciate the opportunity. This is the Nigerian Farmers Group and Cooperative Society. This is Nfgcs Farm Estate. And one of the things we're trying to do is to be able to tell our story. Today, we officially set up a chain of events that is going to lead to the farmers speaking about their own challenges. Farmers from all over the country, will be able to communicate our challenges, communicate our problems, and not just that, but express themselves in their pains, in their worries, in their deepest commitment towards the country. If you look at it very well, one of the things that we have come to have with the farmers, Nigerian farmer, is the inability of government to understand us the way we want them to. And so over the whole of August, we're going to be having this program that is going to look specifically at the farmers' voices in challenging times. We're going to look at what the farmers are going through all around Nigeria, in the area of financing, in the area of infrastructure, in the area of security. Like I've often said, if the farmer is comfortable, Nigeria will be comfortable. If the farmer is at peace, Nigeria will be at peace. If the farmer is producing, Nigeria will produce. If the farmer is actively engaged in national development, Nigeria will grow. And so that is what we're trying to do with this, and to be, like I said, a voice for all of us. Now, we tried streaming on Facebook today, but I think we have some challenges with copyright issues. So going forward, we're only going to be streaming from YouTube, from LinkedIn, and from Twitter. Those are the only platforms we're going to be using to stream. But we're going to share this link with all of our platforms so that you can be a part of what we're trying to do. We appreciate you. We thank you. The Nigerian farmer is an endangered species right now, and every opportunity for the Nigerian farmer to have his voice heard is something that that Nfgcs Farm Estate is more than willing to give to give time, to give window, to give opportunity. It is all part of giving the farmers a voice, a financial voice, an infrastructural voice, a progressive voice, a development voice. And this is the era, so we're also giving the farmer the agbado voice, the cassava voice, the yam voice, so that we can all grow towards building our country for our own people. So this is Red Tadeke. I appreciate you, and this is me saying I appreciate what you have done. I appreciate your commitment and contribution to all of us. And I'm saying till next time, let Nigeria work for all of us. Thank you.
Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call away to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
How is everything now?